You are now listening to The Spearsy Spin with your host, Mike Spears.
Hi folks, and welcome to the Spearsy Spin for May 1st, 2017. A couple of things we're going to be going over with you with. That doesn't sound quite right. The first thing we have, as you know from last week, we're told, that there was a student that is at Berkeley who is apparently a Republican, who would like to talk about what's going on at Berkeley College. So over the weekend, we did have this conversation. I have it here. However, I really can't believe things are this bad at Berkeley, but this person would only talk if we would, doctor up his voice or whatever. So here's what we did, so you know. Of course, we have several different OCR programs here, as you can imagine, and we also use Vegas Pro and Sony Pro. So what we did is we took their part of the conversation, and we fed that through a document reader, and from that document reader, it went into print. So then we took the print and going through another OCR program, it will bring it from text to speech. So kind of a weird thing for me. It's kind of like dealing with, Washington or something. But anyway, I guess things at Berkeley aren't what even we are seeing in the news or understanding. So this is what you're going to hear, keeping my word. My conversation here is kind of strange, so bear with us. Probably there was a better way to do this, I don't know, but this is the way it went down. So you'll hear what I heard. Again, this is a gentleman from supposedly Berkeley College, and is going to talk with us now about what is going on there. And we're going to call him Dave because actually Dave Desktop is the computer voice. So we'll call him Dave, and we'll see what happens. Well, Dave, thank you for being with us. We appreciate that. It's a little strange working all this, but thanks for being here.
Hello. Thank you for letting me speak with you.
Well, I'm glad to.
Well, it has been a nightmare since about...
Well, I understand it's been kind of bad, but how long has things been going badly?
October of last year.
Oh, okay. So... Well, I mean, what exactly has happened? I mean, what has caused all of a sudden this ripple at Berkeley, which is supposed to be the birthplace, of open forum?
The Democratic and liberal students have become very opinionated about Taylor position.
Okay. I didn't really understand that, but they become upset and opinionated, I guess, but I mean, to act out to the extent that they are, where we have people being beat up, we have police there. There was a stabbing. I mean, there's one thing about being opinionated, another about just being plain out to lunch.
No, they think Donald Trump is like Hitler, Stalin, and
Mussolini.
Back after these messages.
Hello, this is Captain Jack Sparrow. So you've already met this dastardly scoundrel, who calls himself Mike Spears. That would mean that you're listening to the Spearsy Spin. Right. By my reckoning, if you give a thumbs up and subscribe, this would make you one of the crew. Savvy?
Again, how do you go from attending to, going to one of the most expensive colleges, and you're supposed to have a bit of refinement and understanding, to trying to totally close down free speech, which is, Berkeley has stood on that for years, even during the time of Dr. Eric Byrne, who not only graduated out of Berkeley, but also taught for a while at Berkeley. So, I mean, what do they hope is going to come out of this?
The word at the school is that they want to keep things going until Trump quits.
He's not going to quit. That's ludicrous. I mean, they really believe that. Just out of curiosity, Dave, what are you studying there at Berkeley?
I am a political sciences major.
Okay. And dare I ask, I mean, are you from the United States?
No, I am not from this country.
Okay. And is it safe to say, I mean, you're down there, I guess, and you're in a dorm, as I understand. I mean, do you feel safe?
No.
Well, I mean, so if these folks are doing all this stuff, I mean, what's going through my mind is I'm seeing, brawls in the street. I mean, am I right to think, are things that bad?
Yes. The entire campus is on edge. There are fights and the police are here a lot.
Okay, now are the police, are they there just for the riots? Are they, I'm trying to picture all this in my mind. Okay, so in from where you're from, whatever country that is, and I know you don't want to name that, but do you have colleges there?
Yes, we have college, but not to the degree of your schools.
Okay, so a little bit different there, education-wise, a little bit different. Okay. But do you have these problems, in your country that we're seeing here?
Yes, there is unrest, but it stays with the factions at war. Not in the schools.
I see. Okay, well, now you say you're a sophomore, so I'm assuming that you're going for a bachelor's, and then if you're going to become post-grad and all that, you're going to... do you plan on staying?
No. I will leave this summer for my home. I do not feel safe.
Okay. Don't know... So the people there that are causing the problems, that are making all this upheaval, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to ask is it a very select small group, or is it a large group? Can you answer that?
The ones protesting, rioting have also done very bad things.
Okay. And, I mean, bad things, can you maybe elaborate a little?
My girlfriend was slapped and forced into an act.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure what that might mean, but whatever it is, it doesn't sound good at all. So... Do you stand up to these people at all?
No. We do not dare. Some of these people who come here are crazy, I think.
Don't go away. We have to pay some bills, and then we're coming back with Mike Spears.
I've been told that Black women aren't supposed to support the Second Amendment. I've been told I shouldn't want to be able to protect myself. I shouldn't teach my fellow students about their rights, and I shouldn't speak my mind. Thank God I didn't listen. To all those who have called me a sellout, an Uncle Tom, or a pawn for someone else, here's what should scare you. I never changed my beliefs. I woke up and realized that you don't represent them. You don't speak for me, and you don't think for me. I am not the victim you need me to be. And I'm talking to more women like me every single day. I'm the National Rifle Association of America, and I am freedom's safest place.
Tell your friends and neighbors about the Spearsy Spin. Don't miss even one show. Subscribe to the Spearsy Spin now. Click that subscribe button and be sure to also click that bell next to the subscribe button so you'll be notified when we post new videos.
All right, so you're talking about the extremist. I guess that's who they would be, is the ones we refer to extremists. Would that be right?
They have threatened to hurt people and police.
Wow. So it sounds like, from what I'm getting through this, it's really kind of just crazy. I mean, as far as the people that want to hurt other people and the police, I mean, is that pretty much the kids on the campus?
Not so much the kids in college. It's others.
Okay, so I'm guessing that means that it would be these extremists that we've talked about. Is that right?
They say that this country is fascist.
Well, they can say whatever they want, but take a look at who is setting up fires, attacking the police, beating up people, stabbing people, threatening people, making it so you don't even really dare to talk because you don't want your identity known. I mean, wouldn't you agree that if anyone is the fascist here, it would be these people?
I think the country here is good, but these people here and others are making it bad.
Well, I guess I could agree with that. So, I mean, I'm understanding that you're unsettled about all this, and but do the people, do they cause an atmosphere where you're just, I don't know, threatened?
Yes, I am very scared. We are asked about our politics. We like to not make a problem.
So you don't even say, hey, I'm Republican, I'm a Democrat, independent, a constitutionalist. I mean, because you're that afraid.
There was a stabbing, but I know very little.
Have you thought about going to talk with the mainstream media?
If I talk with TV people, I would be seen. Maybe hurt later. No, I won't be on the TV.
I see. So, I mean, when you're talking to your folks back at home, wherever that might be, I'm guessing that you're not really painting a very good picture of the United States.
I have always heard that the United States was about fair honor. But too many with bad ideas are running like the wind.
Okay, yeah, well, I can follow that, I suppose. Now, I know you don't go out, because I know you mentioned before that you don't go out during these protests or riots or whatever. But I'm sure that you're in a position where you can see different people. Are you seeing, what we would think that might be terrorists, something like that?
No, I have not seen any from Middle East.
So, I mean, is there? What I'm trying to do this diplomatically because I don't want to appear to be picking anyone out. But can you identify any of these people from off campus?
They are people covered up mostly. I do not know from where they came.
I see. So these riots, these protests, these fights? I mean, are they just outside?
Yes, I have seen fights outside and in halls.
We've heard from the local folks. I mean, the residents there in Alameda County, California, where your school is at. We understand that the police, I guess, the residents don't think that the police are doing a proper job in protecting them. Do you think that's right?
I think police will have to take some away. They are like crazy.
Wow. So if this type of thing happened where you live, your home country, would it be handled the same way?
In my country, you would not do what they do here. My country, the police would use force.
Do you think that we should use force here? And what about, the folks in charge of the college? I mean, don't they take a hand with some of these people?
The dean and faculty are quietly scared. They do not wish to upset the leaders.
The leaders? So there's people that are leading others astray? Is that what I'm to understand?
There is a small group. They are the ones that make rules.
Okay. So, as you know, Ann Coulter, who has her own radio program, she writes books, and she's a contributor to Fox News, was supposed to speak there Thursday, and that caused a lot of problems, and of course she canceled. What are your thoughts on that?
Ann Coulter, they will not let speak.
Well, do you know why?
They do not believe she speaks any truth.
Well, that's a funny way to put anything, but she, of course, is a conservative, as you know, and therefore conservative values and thoughts. You seem to be saying that there's just no room for any of this, according to these folks that are doing the protest.
She speaks of capitalism, and that is not a good thing for these ones.
So would you say they're socialists there?
Socialism? I do not know of any.
Are they communists, maybe?
Communism. I do not know of any.
Okay, so, wow. Well, let me ask you this. You may not be aware of these people. Rush Limbaugh, Fox News, Bill O'Reilly. Those three, if they were to come there and give a talk, how do you think that would work?
Rush Limbaugh, Fox News, Bill O'Reilly are not something I hear of here. There are talk about this, but I am not hearing this.
Okay, so you really don't know who they are. Okay, well, that's fair enough. So during the, during the storm, I guess that's probably the word you could use, but when things are getting out of hand and these folks are rioting and the extremists show up, you don't get involved?
I stay inside the dorm with others. We do not go out during protests.
Well, makes sense. And do you know, like, how many policemen show up to combat these folks?
Many police. I don't know the number.
Well, I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think that this is going to turn into something where we're going to have to use, force, and to what degree to get these things ironed out?
I think it is time to take power away from protest people. Make the campus safe.
And I know you said you're going to leave. You're going to leave this summer, I guess. Do you think you'll come back to study again, or come back to the United States?
I do not think I will be back.
Well, Dave, I guess we have a little bit better idea of what's going on there. I got to tell you, it's a bit strange where someone feels, the need to go to these extremes to talk to us, because obviously we're on the East Coast and you're on the West Coast, but and I understand why you don't want to talk to the mainstream media, because you'd have cameras there and everything. So, we will get this out to the folks so they can get an idea of what it's like. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike Spears, for letting me talk.
Okay, so there you have it. That's Dave, we're calling him. We have not vetted any of this, but Dave is supposedly from Berkeley. It certainly sounds like it's legit. And scared. Scared to go out during protest. Scared to even talk about politics. And Dave says that he is a political science major at Berkeley. So I think this was legit. It certainly sounded legit. I don't see anything here that would lead you to believe otherwise. But I guess my question here is that, could there be such a depression of morals and a depression of ideologies at the University of California at Berkeley for this to happen? And if this is exact, which it certainly sounds about right, but should we being the keepers of the realm, so to speak, meaning, should we have police go in and calm these people down to a point where we are going to have some normalcy? Because it's not normal what you're seeing at Berkeley. And as you know, a few months ago we talked exactly about this, not Berkeley, but how the left was making folks act out. Michael Moore, who has traveled around the country giving his fire hall chats, I guess, and talking about disrupting politics and disrupting political folks when they're talking. And he has the rapid response teams that when they hear of a Republican giving a talk or a speech, the folks that are in that particular rapid response team are supposed to go there and hoot, holler, carry on. All right. So, but at what point do we decide that, you know what, we've had enough? You are past protesting, you're rioting, you're hurting people, you're beating people up, and in reality, if you look up the word terrorist, isn't that what these folks are doing? I mean, if you have folks in that college who are claiming that they don't dare to speak about their own political beliefs for fear of retribution, Well, that would suggest to me a type of terrorism. I don't know. But that's our show. And I appreciate you being with us. I think it's all legit here. At any rate, you know what we think. We'd like to know what you think. So if you would, go to www.thespearsy.blogspot.com and let us know what you think about this show or any of the other shows. And Tuesday's show, we are going to be talking about Richard Dreyfuss. And you might remember Richard Dreyfuss. He's been in a lot of movies. Mr. Holland's Opus. He was in Jaws, of course, as the oceanographer or ocean biologist, whatever he was, going after the big shark there. So he's kind of changed. I mean, going back 15, 20 years, Richard Dreyfuss had a different way of thinking about politics, people, liberal versus ideologies of others, and so on. But now he's changed, and he is now what he calls a constitutionalist. And he says that we need to start teaching civics. So we're going to be talking about Richard Dreyfuss on Tuesday and how he's come to see things a bit different. And we will have a clip of him talking about all this, courtesy of Fox News. Once again, thanks for being with us, folks. We'll see you all tomorrow. Remember, there's only one world, and we all got to live in it, even if you're from Berkeley. See you, everybody.
Thanks for being with us today. Until next time.